Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're doing something really cool. We're embarking on a fascinating spatial journey through an ancient text. We're going to take words right off a page and construct a vivid, three-dimensional world in our minds. Specifically, we'll be looking at the instructions for the Tabernacle courtyard found in the 27th chapter of Exodus. It's a really incredible exploration of heavy architecture, striking colors, and ultimately, a deeply human duty.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our structural floor plan for today. 1. Designing ancient sacred spaces. 2. The massive bronze altar. 3. The courtyard perimeter. And 4. Aaron's eternal light.
Section 1. Designing ancient sacred spaces.
Now you might look at this dense text from Exodus 27 and think, wow, what a dry, technical list of instructions. I mean, it's packed with numbers, materials, spatial directions, the whole shebang. But beneath that academic exterior, there is this dynamic and deeply sensory environment just waiting to be uncovered. We just need the right key to unlock it. So, the crucial point here is understanding the cubit. It's an ancient unit of measurement, basically the length of a forearm, from your elbow right to the tip of your middle finger. It generally equals about 18 inches, or 45 centimeters. Unlocking this single measurement from the footnotes is a real game changer. It instantly allows us to visualize the massive scale of the space we are entering. We aren't just reading numbers anymore, we are actually mapping out physical space.
Section 2. The massive bronze altar.
Let's take a look at the absolute, deliberate durability of this design. The bronze altar is constructed of acacia wood, forming a hollow square that is 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad, so that's 7.5 feet on each side, and it stands 3 cubits or 4.5 feet high. It features horns on the 4 corners that are seamlessly carved as one piece with the altar itself. And then the entire wooden structure is overlaid with solid bronze, complete with a bronze grating network and heavy acacia poles, also overlaid with bronze, just to carry it. You can almost feel the incredible weight and physical presence of this massive structure. And the bronze doesn't stop at the altar itself. The text specifies that all of its utensils, the pots to receive the ashes, the shovels, the basins, the forks, the fire pans, every single one of them must also be made of bronze. This immense use of heavy, heat-resistant metal really grounds the entire space in a reality of intense heat and heavy physical labor. Make no mistake, this was a highly active, working altar. Section 3. The courtyard perimeter. Let's move out and see how this builds. Zooming out to the perimeter, the north and south sides are identical, each stretching a massive 100 cubits long, supported by 20 pillars set into 20 bronze bases and draped with fine twined linen. The west side forms the back breadth at 50 cubits with 10 pillars. The east side, which is the front entrance, also spans 50 cubits, but it's broken up to accommodate a large gate right in the center. The entire structure stands 5 cubits high, creating this incredibly private, enclosed precinct of pristine linen held up by metal and wood. To really put that scale into perspective, 150. By multiplying that 100-cubit length of the north and south sides by our 18-inch cubit definition, we reveal a surprising fact. This ancient courtyard was a staggering 150 feet long. That is exactly half the length of a modern American football field, completely enclosed by this meticulously crafted linen and metal perimeter. And there's this brilliant architectural contrast happening with these materials. The choices aren't just practical, they are highly intentional. You have the heavy foundation of the bases made of solid bronze, which represents intense functional strength where the pillars actually meet the earth. But as your eyes move up the pillars, you find the hooks and the fillets, the connecting bands, are made of silver. It creates this beautiful architectural tension, you know? The heavy, earthy strength of the bronze bases contrasting directly with the decorative, refined glint of the silver hooks holding the linen in place. Now imagine walking up to the eastern side, the main entrance. After taking in all that white linen and heavy metal, you're suddenly met with this, the eastern gate screen. It is 20 cubits long, about 30 feet wide. But what absolutely demands your attention are the sensory details. Woven right into the fine twined linen are blue, purple, and scarlet yarns, heavily embroidered with expert needlework. Picture it. In the middle of a harsh, monochromatic desert landscape, this colorful, vibrant screen just violently pops against the backdrop. It literally pulls us out of reading a dry text and drops us right into a vivid, textured world.
Section 4. Aaron's eternal light.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sudden shift in materials. We're moving inward from the heavy, static architecture of the bronze courtyard. Up until now, we've talked about indestructible bronze, solid silver, resilient acacia wood. But here, the command completely changes. The people of Israel are told to bring pure, beaten olive oil for the light. We have moved from permanent, static architecture to a delicate, consumable resource. An oil that fuels a living, flickering flame that requires constant, careful attention.
Which brings us to the beating heart of this entire space, Aaron's role. Aaron and his sons shall tend it from evening to morning before the Lord. The massive bronze altar, it doesn't need to be washed overnight. The heavy pillars aren't going anywhere. But this fragile light requires a human hand. Aaron's duty is a physical, ongoing responsibility, trimming the wicks, pouring the oil, and maintaining the flame through the dark hours. The architecture is magnificent, for sure, but the space is entirely dead without this human element maintaining the light.
And this brilliantly illustrates the true heart of the text. The lamp is strategically placed outside the veil, and Aaron's physical act of tending it continuously is commanded as a statute forever to be observed by all generations. The physical bronze altar will eventually wear away, the linen curtains will fray and turn to dust, but the ritual, Aaron's human action of keeping the community's symbolic flame alive in the darkness, is designed to outlast it all. The architecture was temporary. The human dedication to the light was meant to be eternal.
Which leaves us with something incredibly profound to think about. Long after the tabernacle was disassembled, the idea of tending a flame through the dark hours remains relatable today. So, I want to ask you, in your own life, what crucial duties, traditions, or lights do you tend to from evening to morning? What responsibilities do you preserve with that kind of ancient, eternal vigilance? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep tending your light.